Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Rhythm Doctor reaction. Today, like I mentioned a few days ago, we're here with 2XN Bitter Times. Now I have heard the other songs, so I'm ready to jump into this one, see what the continuation of the other one was, and just kind of keep going with the story, because I don't really know. I caught some wind from uploading the last one, but I still don't know where things end up, and I have a feeling, based on the thumbnail alone, that might be where this one goes. So, I guess without further ado, let's go! Is that a samurai on the drums? I don't think I'd seen that yet. Is that just a thing that's always there?
Ready, get, set, go!
Straightforward beat. Oh, that's not fair. You can't just do that. Change the rhythm? Oh man, that's gotta have tripped people up. I mean, it sounded cool, but also like, it's a little mean. So we are getting like a straight up duet this time. Yep. Okay. I was kind of wondering where the story was gonna go, but it seems they're gonna be trying the relationship thing. That's adorable. I wasn't sure. Oh, straight up story in here now, okay. Is that gonna cause a rift between them?
Ready, get, set, go! To be used just when you need me. Ready, get, set, go!
Oh. The change up on these rhythms, the way they do that is really not fair. That would piss me off so bad trying to play a blind dude. I'd be like, what? Ooh, a little harmonica solo. This is interesting that they're actually showing like a somewhat realistic depiction of like a relationship with a musician. Every musician's got to be like, man, what are my priorities? Do I love my music or do I love, you know, the other person? Hard to call for a lot of people. So maybe they aren't gonna stay together. Eee. Unless this is just a low point. Gotta figure each other out and themselves. That's kidding. Ooh. Okay, okay. Relax with the caffeine, bro. Jesus Christ. Whew. Oh, oh, eh. Those are filthy. It's like turning into an analog horror. Okay. You guys done now? Are you gonna talk it out? Jesus. Come on.
Ready, get, set, go.
Ooh. Ooh. Little jazzy dissonance there. Good timing. With the overlaps too. Oh, those are so good. Having those clashes, really good. Okay, so I was right, samurai. Okay, cool. Also, damn, that's not where I thought that song was gonna end. I thought it was gonna end on a like a them getting back together after the fight sort of thing, but no, they just kind of stuck with the whole oof. I mean, okay, that's not supposed to be the focus of these videos, but when you got a story in front of me, I'm gonna listen to it. But also, I should probably talk about the music. All right, so for this song, we have a lot going on, but it's a generally easy progression to start with. Super popular. This is an A minor, F, C, G. This is kind of a variation of the popular 4 chords progression. It's not that specific progression, but it is like an inversion of it, I suppose you could call. It's just very progressive, moody. It brings you up and back down, and there's room for the variations in there of like going from here up, and then you can like continue moving up the scale instead of working back down. But I'm pretty sure the bulk of this song just kind of stays local to the lower end, especially because that's kind of where the energy needs to be for a lot of this. But there's also the moments where it like leads into the next part of the song, like into the chorus, I suppose, where it would go. And that is an E, specifically an E7. And that's cool because this contrasts the C, because the C skips it. That's the note right here, if we were to include that. And that's kind of cool too, isn't it? But instead of leaning into that sort of a resonance with the C, as cool as that is and as dissonant as that is, they hold off on including that note until we're in that E with that 7 there, just to be able to keep things a little bit more lifted and keep the energy tense at the top end before we move into the next part of the song. And that is just a really cool way to keep that tension around. You could have, like I said, thrown it down here. This isn't necessarily a chord, I would say. It just has a really neat dissonance to it. This is just a C with the included D there. It's not really technically a chord, I would say, but it does add this really nice flow to it. Now, this general progression is, like I said, super popular, and there is a little bit of variant in here that I'm pretty sure is utilizing sevenths just in general, like especially on the C there, because that kind of hangs too. It has that energy that just kind of lulls into the distance, and for an emotional song, those sorts of things, much like the 7th with the E we had there, is a very important thing. You want to be able to hoist the energy somewhere, but there's a few in there. I'm pretty sure we get an F with the 7 in there, because that kind of hooks it to the C. There's a lot of that potential. It happens all the time in music, but these are just my general thoughts here. These emotional songs love to trade off the 7ths and utilize those for that emotional weight that they bear, and being able to push that even further for the lyrics and what the story is being told, which in this case isn't exactly the happiest of endings. There's a lot of tension in the song, and that gets even stronger when we get into that section where they're kind of fighting near the end, and they decide to get what I said was like a little bit more jazzy. And I'm not wrong here, but what they basically did was completely fuck up everything that they were doing with the song and started clashing on purpose. That is kind of like the jazz thing to do, but what this song decided to do with all of its glory was G sharp minor and F sharp minor. And that's very important because right between those, we have the other 3 chords that build up the main part of this. C really isn't a part of it, but F, G, A minor are all right next to each other and right next to all of those. So if we have, you can hear how those kind of step up between each other, and that adds to the music and all of that tension going on at that section. It obviously moves around more than that. It's not just going up and down that line, but having that at all allows you to just kind of throw whatever you want in whatever area you want to, whatever pattern you want to go for. You can just do what the fuck ever and still make it sound good. Because if you're going like from here to here, the A minor to F, you can go and have that weird step in there with the F sharp minor, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, why is that in there? And it doesn't really get in the way of anything else, despite it utilizing 2 notes that aren't in the rest of the song at all, truly. And we also have a B flat. And having that B flat there is kind of cool because we do get this D again. And this D is the same D that kind of came up earlier in that E7 as well as in E minor 7, because there was one of those in there, just it didn't stick around. It kind of shows up and is more there for like a resonance sake. It doesn't really like hold any ground in the song per se, but we have that note there. So it's like, okay, so we have that present in the song somewhere, and being able to bring that around by having something like a B flat is a weird choice, but it's like that needs to go somewhere. And that is the chord that kind of connects things to the minor sharps that we get here. And it's just kind of a weird choice having a chord that doesn't really have much else going on in it. It just kind of exists. Like we have these other chords that we've dealt with already, and even these other ones, this isn't really a part of it. That B flat doesn't really show up. So when you have the whole chord there, it's like, where did that come from? Why is that there? And that's why I'm pretty sure it's just supposed to be a bridge to these other ones, because it's introducing odd things to the music, different notes that we haven't really gotten yet. And if we have, they're probably part of some like deep resonant frequency, kind of similar to just that D being in there, where it's like, okay, that's in there, but like, should it be? And it allows us to kind of be prepared for these other crunchy frequencies that show up with the G sharp and F sharp minors. And all of that is just to say that this song really handled that weirdness in the later part very well. We have that very standard progression that we all know and we all love, but then it's like, how do you make that crunch against itself? You start including these other weird things that shouldn't be with the rest of the song, but for some reason we have this in here, which does fit with a lot of the other chords being played in here. It's just not the one that you think of. So it kind of shows up as like the wrench in the whole song. That B flat is kind of just the crux of everything going wrong before we get the rest of it that really tumbles downhill. And they do a fantastic job at showcasing that in the music, as they have done basically every single time so far. So Rhythm Doctor did it again. They made another really good song, perfect for a duet, having these sorts of clashing themes together in the music, and it just sounds really nice. The vocals were fantastic, performed well. I don't really have anything bad to say about it, all good things, so I suppose that's as best as I can get it. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you have another song you want me to get to, by all means, drop in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if, like Josh did for this one, you want to guarantee something in my executive producer queue, you can always go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships to do that. You can throw anything you want at me. It doesn't matter if it's good, bad, it doesn't matter who it's by, what it's from. It can be anything you want. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!